We interrupt our programming to bring you the following special report.
The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report.
We have just received word that
It's time for the Ryan Report on Atlanta's big station, V103.
It is a People Station V103. Log on to V-103.com and see the Ryan Report live, or at least that's what we tell you. What we really hope is that you take a couple of minutes so that we can get to the back and upload the thing. But you know, it is what it is. That's what we do. I'm Elle Duncan holding it down for vacationing Ryan Cameron. And yeah, man, let's get it in. So this I find very hard to believe, but hey, according to sources, Columbia Records, the record label of Beyonce, are worried that her new album 4 is going to be a dud because she refused to return to the studio to re-record some new tracks. Now, they're saying they're very nervous about her new record. They say it doesn't have a hit song that her fans are used to. There's no collaborations on the album except for one that she did with Andre 3000. And they asked her to make some changes, but she said absolutely not. Now, according to this source, bracing for the worst, Columbia is trying to strategize in case of slower sales and have had some discussions, you ready for this, about the reunion of Destiny's Child, which I really find hard to believe. They say Beyonce's career has stalled a bit. Columbia seems to think they can get some mileage out of a comeback with all of the girls. Another source says Destiny's Child could start recording together as early as October with a suggested album title of Family Reunion. That's awful. And I absolutely don't believe this because Beyonce is the most famous singer in the entire world. Kelly Rowland not doing so much, so we'll see what happens with all of that. Someone else coming out with some new music, at least via Twitter. We know that he signed Shawty Low recently. He picked up an S-curl. He's writing a book. He's doing a little bit of everything. And you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, but 50's supposed to make music too. He tweeted a snippet of his new song. He says it got such a huge response that now he's going to release an album a little sooner than we all thought. This is the song. You tell me, is it the one that should launch an album?
Outlaw, yeah, we lawless. We ballin' out, yeah, regardless. VVS, yeah, we flawless. You do what you gotta do. We do what we wanna do, yeah.
So, yeah. Wasn't he supposed to retire like 5 years ago when Kanye beat him? No, okay. All right. The sad thing is it's actually better than his hair. And last but certainly not least, in news that anyone would find ridiculous, people are in an outrage because allegedly Chris Brown accidentally sent a Rihanna Twitter message, and a sexy one at that. Now, they said over the weekend that Chris Brown shot over a tweet to her that said, "You got that pic I sent." Obviously realizing that that wasn't DM, and he actually made that public. It was removed really within a couple of minutes, but some fans were able to, of course, take a picture of it. It's now ended up on MediaTakeout.com. Everyone's really upset. If you remember a few months ago when she decided to start following him on Twitter and everyone was like, how could you do this? He beat you, and so on. She said, you know, it's effing Twitter. It's not the altar. Calm down. So we'll see. You know what kind of pictures they be sending to each other. So I'm just saying, make sure to leave your face at it out, Chris. To the People Station, I'm Elle Duncan. Coming up in just a couple of seconds from Celebrity Apprentice, NeNe Leakes will be in the building. If you've got questions for her, hit me up on Twitter at Elle Duncan, or of course you can call us up here, 404-741 WVEE. It's People Station, V103.
And if you don't know, now you know.